Let's solve those mysteries. Weren't those the gem-stealing dogs?
Rarity, I came as soon as I heard. What happened?
Oh, Twilight! It's awful, horrible, dreadful, perhaps even the worst possible thing!
Uh-huh. And that would be...
Why, Twilight? Do I detect skepticism? Well, I shall have you know that last night I became a victim. A tragic victim. Woe is me! I shall never recover from this injury that's been wrought upon me.
English, Rarity.
I was in the zone, Twilight. But if I must, last night I was stolen from.
Stolen from? What was stolen?
They were stolen, Twilight! Both of them!
Who?
The gem.
My two jewels! True Blue and Opal!
Ahem, Twilight.
What Rarity is trying to say is that the thieves broke into the Carousel Boutique last night.
And stole both the True Blue, a large sapphire which she had recently acquired when gem hunting, and Opal, which is her cat.
Not the cat.
How could they? How could they? Oh, my poor darling, all alone out there with those ruffians!
I'm gonna go ahead and hope that she was talking about her cat there. What happened? Do you have any idea who did this?
Well, no. I'm afraid we haven't the slightest idea.
Ponyville doesn't really have much of a police force, you see, so we are a little under-equipped to handle something like this. This doesn't happen very often, you know. An investigative team from Canterlot has agreed to look into it, but I'm afraid they won't be here for a few days.
A few days? But the thieves might be long gone by then, and... Wait, is this the same investigative team as last time?
Exactly what happened last time? I can't seem to recall.
The one brought in to investigate the baby that went missing and which ended up being found unharmed in the closet?
Ah, yes, I do recall that, but I'm not sure where you're going with.
The one that somehow managed to implicate Pinkie Pie in a fictional dragon egg smuggling ring?
Well, yes. Yes, that's the one.
Very
Think
competent.
positive, Twilight. They may, perform better this time. Yes, that's the ticket. Well, there's not much for it either way, Twilight. After all, no pony in our town has any experience with this sort of thing. We'll just have to wait it out. Oh, I have so much to do at the moment. I simply can't stay around any longer. We'll get to the bottom of this as soon as that investigative team arrives, Rarity. You have my word.
I'm afraid she's right, you know. We shall simply have to wait it out.
That is not an option.
If that investigative team gets their hooves on this case, who knows what ridiculous things they might come up with this time? There has to be a better way. Rarity, I'm on the case.
I beg your pardon, Twilight?
Some pony needs to get to the bottom of this, right? Well, I volunteer. I've had experience investigating crime before, after all.
Twilight, I'm really not sure if that's such a grand idea.
Well, I mean, sure. That particular investigation pretty much involved completely airtight evidence that directly identified the culprits in one go. And it also included an eyewitness who saw almost everything who could lead me exactly to the clues. But it's not like the team from Canterlot will be much better, right?
Yep.
Forgive me, Twilight, if your words do not inspire a great deal of confidence.
It'll be fine. Don't you worry, Rarity. I'll have this case wrapped up in a jiffy. Mystery novels came through for me then, so surely they'll come through for us again.
Hey!
Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie, where in Equestria did you come from?
Oh, well, I was walking by and I was all, my assistance is needed, and I must fulfill my duties.
Uh-huh. What are you doing?
Helping a pony in need. Duh!
I'm the one who knows something about investigations, not you. Remember what happened last time?
Of course I do, silly! But this time is completely different! I have, wait for it, a walkthrough!
A walkthrough?
A what?
A walkthrough, silly! For this game, the way things work are completely different than last time!
What game?
Honestly, sometimes I worry about her.
Pinky, you're talking to some bushes.
Oh, Twilight! I'm not talking to those old things! I'm talking to them! Out there! You see what I have to work with here?
Yes, Pinky, I understand.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Just, do your thing, Pinky.
Okie dokie dokie! Well, the first step of any investigation is to move around. You can't find anything if you don't move your little rump to where the clues are. So, to walk places, you first lift your hoof up and move it in front of your other hoof.
Makes sense.
Pinky, I'm pretty sure I know how to walk.
Oh, right! But I bet you've never walked like this before. Now, if you want her to walk, well, you just gotta click on a spot you want her to walk to, and she goes. Or, if you want her to keep moving, just press and hold, and she'll walk towards your cursor. And, of course, if you wanted to get somewhere lickety-split, just double-click and hold, and she'll run, run, run like the wind.
I'm pretty sure I can walk myself.
Oh, Twilight, don't you worry your pretty little head about the details. They'll figure it out, and that's a pinky promise.
Okay, so now we know how to move. Great, but
How
what
do we
about,
gather clues?
examining evidence?
Oh, that's simple. If you want to talk to someone or look at something, all you gotta do is click on it. Easy peasy. Why, I bet if you clicked on that broken window there, you'd think of lots of things to say about it.
It's just a window.
Well, it's broken, based on the
Yeah, but
glass.
you gotta keep them happy, right? So you better think of something to say about it. Otherwise, they might get upset.
Yeah.
Right, of course. We wouldn't want to make them upset after all.
And that's it.
That's it?
That's it! Well, that's not it, but it's it for now, because the other its come later. You're not ready for those its yet, though. Don't you worry about them.
Okay.
Okie dokie, and I'm off. Bye, Twilight. And I'll see you real soon, too. Catch you later.
Later, Pinky.
That was fascinating, was it not?
Indeed.
That's one way to describe it.
But useful, wouldn't you say? Though I must confess, I still do not believe that this is a good idea.
Don't worry, Verity. I'll get to the bottom of this before that investigation team even gets here.
We're on the case. Okay, let's speak with Rarity first. Last night?
Rarity, I think we should start with what happened last night.
Of course, darling. What would you like to know?
Could you describe exactly what happened and what you saw?
And where were you?
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much to tell. I was sleeping in my bedroom when suddenly I heard a shrill crash from downstairs. I went downstairs to investigate, and what did I find but my house overturned and ransacked, my prized jewel gone, and my beloved opal essence missing as well. Oh, Opal! Mama's coming soon!
Perhaps I should ask more specifically about what was stolen.
What was stolen was added to the questions.
And that was everything there is to speak of? You saw nothing else at all?
No, nothing, I'm afraid. So sorry, Twilight.
That sounded awfully suspicious. Rarity, are you hiding something?
Hey!
Ah! Pinky, what are... Actually, you know what? Never mind. I can guess.
You're here to give us a new tip.
Ooh, it a bread box?
Nope.
Pinky, just get on with it.
Get on with what?
It.
Aren't you here to tell me what to do here?
Nope. Why? What's going on?
Well, for one, I think Rarity's hiding something from me.
Oh, you mean the topic got locked.
The what now?
Topic got locked.
One sec. Yeah, here it is. Section 2B of the walkthrough. Locked topic.
We need to
really
find
need to have
evidence.
a look sometime at that strange book she's got there.
Okay, you ready for this? And I mean really, really ready?
Totally.
Yes?
Okay, here goes. Sometimes a character won't want to tell you everything. In other words, they're hiding something from you.
How could they?
Yeah, I think that was established already.
Oh, well, let's see here. It also says that in order to unlock that topic, you need to present a certain piece of evidence. Do you have it?
Maybe?
Nope, I don't think you do.
Are we done now?
Nope. The walkthrough also notes that sometimes you need to present more than one piece of evidence too. If that happens, then the topic of conversation gets locked with as many blocks of pieces of evidence you need to present. 2 blocks? Well then, you darn well better present 2 pieces of evidence, Buster. And
3
now
locks.
that's all the walkthrough says.
Alright, well, thanks, Pinky.
Don't mention it. Anything for a friendly friend. See you soon.
I'd suggest a mental asylum, if I wasn't worried about what she would do to it.
What was stolen is our only option. Pinkie Pie is the best party pony.
Could you describe everything that was stolen last night?
Of course. First there was True Blue, a regular hunk of a sapphire that shone in the light like a noonday sky. Oh, whatever shall I do without the light of that jewel in my workshop? Second, there was Opal. My darling, darling Opal. She's been missing since last night, too. Now with the jewel I can understand, but what could
Why
the thieves
Opal?
possibly want with Opal? It greatly troubles me to think of what might have happened to her. You must find them both, Twilight. Promise me. You must. You must.
You must.
I'll do my best, Rarity. I promise. Not just a giant sapphire, but her cat too? What in Equestria could that be about?
Opalescence, Rarity's beloved cat, hasn't been seen since last night.
Well, that's sure one way to get into a building. You'd think a jewel thief would be more, well,
Discreet.
subtle than that.
Oh, look at those tracks. Tire marks.
Well, it doesn't take a sharp eye to see that these are tire marks. And it doesn't take a sharp wit to figure out that whoever was here probably was the cause of this broken window, too.
Oh, Scootaloo's tire marks. Curved tire marks found by the Carousel Boutique this morning, leading towards the broken window.
Is there anything else here?
Piece of hair?
Is this hair?
Opalescence hair. White strands of hair found by the Carousel Boutique this morning, next to a pair of tire tracks.
Hey! How's it going, Twilight?
Gasp!
We're piecing it together,
Where do you
Pinky.
keep coming from?
Oh, silly. That's not important. What is important is what you just got there.
It's hair.
Evidence.
It's not just hair. Why, it's a clue. And do you know what super duperific investigator does with clues?
Gather them.
Do tell.
They use their big, humongous brains to figure out stuff about him, of course. Jeez, it's like she hasn't even read the walkthrough. All you gotta do is bring up the evidence list, click on a piece of evidence or a profile, then click on Combined With, click on another, then click on Combine. And then your investigative wizardry takes care of the rest. If it can. Sometimes it's a dud, but that's the magic of investigation for you. Also, if you ask for extra help from the options menu, then the evidence button will get all glowy-wowy to let you know that there's some evidence you can combine.
Ooh.
Right. I'll get right on that.
Okie dokie dokie. Well, have fun investigating. Me? I've got a cake in the oven, so I better get back before the cakes notice I'm gone. Keep an eye on her, okay?
Will do.
You know, I suppose there might be a connection between the hair and the tire marks, now that she mentions it.
I disagree. Hold on, why can we not tie it to the profile? Combine. And combine.
If we assume that this hair is from some animal, then it'd naturally follow that the rider probably swerved here to avoid hitting it, explaining why that pony went towards the window.
Makes sense.
Except, what animal was it? A pony, perhaps?
Opal. White hair updated as evidence. Combine. Profile. Opalescence. The mayor has white hair too, but opalescence makes more sense.
Alright, let's think about this logically here. Hair this color and this length is pretty rare, as far as Equestria goes. There really aren't any ponies that it could have come from.
Because it's not a pony.
In fact, the only creature that I can think of that it could have come from is opalescence.
Yep.
And that would mean that whoever was here swerved and crashed into the window because opalescence was in his or her path.
Opalescence was running away? From the fright from the thieves.
And that would all come together to mean that this broken window likely was an accident.
Yep.
It feels like there's more to this than just that. But it's a start at least.
There's no glass on the floor. You have explaining to do.
Rarity, I think we should start with what happened last night.
Of course, darling. What would you like to know?
You were
Could you describe
sleeping.
exactly what happened and what you saw?
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much to tell. I was sleeping in my bedroom when suddenly I heard a shrill crash from downstairs. I went downstairs to investigate, and what did I find but my house overturned and ransacked, my prized jewel gone, and my beloved opal essence missing as well. Oh, Opal! Mama's coming soon!
Perhaps I should ask more specifically about what... And that was everything there is to speak of?
No, nothing, I'm afraid. So sorry, Twilight.
That sounded off.
Present evidence.
Why, thank you, darling. But I'm afraid that I haven't a clue what I'd use it for. Terribly sorry, but I simply cannot accept this gift.
I wasn't giving it to you.
Present evidence. Opalescence.
Oh, Opal, you poor, poor darling! All alone in the wilderness! Why, Twilight, what if she's been eaten by a manticore? Or a dragon? Or a hydra?
Or maybe she's up a tree somewhere.
By Celestia's name! Don't scare me with such propositions!
You know what? I'm not even gonna comment.
Up a tree. Let's see. Let's follow the tire marks. can't. Interesting tree?
Oh, that's the tree that Opalescence keeps getting stuck in. It seemed to have become a bit of a habit of hers, ever since Rainbow Dash put her there to convince Rarity to come out of her room. One time, Winona chased her up that tree. Applejack was awfully apologetic, but we spent quite a while trying to convince her to come down. Then another time, Rainbow Dash was practicing her aerial acrobatics and kind of messed something up, causing her to crash right into Carousel Boutique and making poor Opal scurry up that tree once again.
That must be the favorite tree.
And then there was a time that the Cutie Mark Crusaders were trying to get their cutie marks in interpretive dance. I don't really know exactly what happened, but by the time they were done, we had a tiger loose in Ponyville, Rarity's hair was on fire, and Opalescence was back up in the tree. Again. Needless to say, Rarity did not like their, interpretation of dance. Anyway, she's not in the tree this time, surprisingly enough.
So where could she be? Can we check inside? Tents.
You know, I always see those tents when I come by here, but I've never actually learned what they are. Maybe they're merchants. Seems like they'd be closer to town square though. Or gypsies? I'd have thought they would have left by now if so. Or maybe it's all a big front for a secret group of dragon egg smugglers, and they're all hoping that, just like I have all this time, we pay them no mind because they're just tents of no consequence in the background. When all this time, right under our noses, they've been shifting dozens upon dozens of illicit dragon eggs to a shadowy, nefarious crime boss! Nah, probably gypsies.
Those gypsies. Flower bush.
Just a flower bush. Nothing special, really. Although, now that I take a closer look, there's a ball here. With a note? Sometimes a pony just has a plain old ball emergency, and that's why I've set these up. Play around with it as much as you like. Just make sure you return it here when you're done with it. Wouldn't want some pony to have a ball emergency and not be able to solve it. Okie dokie Loki.
Pinkie Pie.
Somehow, I get a sense for who put this here.
Ball emergency. Piece of cloth.
A piece of cloth? Red on one side, gold on the other? I think I know what this is from.
Cutie Mark Crusader cape. Hi, Pinkie.
Pinkie, stop doing that! I'm trying to concentrate here.
Oh, sorry, but I thought you might really like to know this latest thing I found in the walkthrough.
What
Combination?
Is it?
Well, if you get a piece of evidence that someone might know about, then after you start talking to them, you can click on Present Evidence, and they'll let you know what they know about it. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, we did it.
I'm supposed to do what to what now?
Twilight, honestly, what am I gonna do with you? Well, you know what I meant, right? So
Yeah.
it all worked out peachy keen to the end. I just know it.
Way to fill me with confidence, Pinkie.
Well, that's all I got. See you around, Twilight. Till next time.
We gotta find Scootaloo. I wonder if we're gonna have a ball emergency. These two be combined, yeah.
I can't seem to find a logical connection here.
Present evidence. Has the Cutie Mark Crusaders been here, like your sister?
Oh, I remember this little problem.
You do?
Of course. I fixed that this morning, in fact. I can tell you about it if you'd like, though I'm not really sure if it's relevant to this case, darling.
It is.
Don't worry, Rarity. Every little bit of information helps.
Fixing the cape.
Of course! Apple Bloom came by this morning to have this little accident fixed up. She seemed to have ripped her cape during one of her usual excursions. I asked her why she didn't just get Sweetie Belle to fix it up, but she said that Sweetie Belle was very busy today and couldn't spare any time to do so. I really don't know what those fillies are up to, but on the other hoof, perhaps it's better I don't know. I swear, sometimes I don't understand myself. Sweetie Belle absolutely ruined my gold silk, and now here I am, fixing the capes they made with it. I'm an odd sort. Do you think I'm odd, Twilight?
No, you're not, Rarity.
Oh, Rarity. I think you just have a big heart.
Don't remind me, Twilight. Sometimes it can be a bit tiresome.
So this belonged to Apple Bloom, and she had it fixed this morning. While I'm here, Rarity, do you know where Apple Bloom went after you fixed her cape?
I'm not certain of her exact whereabouts, but she did head out towards the town square after I gave her the fixed cape. Perhaps that should be where you should search?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Rarity.
Can you do that for me, Sweetie Belle? At least until this all blows over. Of course! Leave it to me, Apple Bloom. See ya!
I wonder what those two are talking about. Official Cutie Mark Crusader business, maybe? Might as well have a chat with Apple Bloom while she's here.
Suspicious. Different pony. Claire?
Oh, hi! I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you new here?
Yes. Well, no. Well, sort of. I travel a lot around Equestria. I haven't been in Ponyville for quite some time, so mostly.
Well, welcome back then. My name is Twilight Sparkle. I'm Princess Celestia's student, but, well, in my day job, I take care of the town library too.
Oh, of course. I've heard of you. Word of your exploits do have a way of reaching quite far away, let me tell you.
Do they? Well, I'm really nothing to speak about, to be honest. But it's nice to make your acquaintance all the same. So, what do you do?
I'm a sculptor, or at least that's what I most enjoy. Traveling helps me a lot with inspiration.
Oh, sculpting! Have you seen our town's fountain? You might like it.
Well, actually, I've seen it before. Or, well, I've done more than just seen it. I made it a while ago.
Wow, really? I had no idea. Well, you should feel proud of it. It's very well done.
Thank you. Although, there is one thing that catches my eye. Now that I think about it.
What's that?
Is it missing something?
That plaque. Was that added recently? It wasn't put there when I made it, at least. And I didn't make it for the mayor. The rich family commissioned the statue.
Wait, what? Boy. I wish this surprised me anymore.
Anyways, I was in the middle of pondering my next sculpture. It was very nice meeting you, Twilight Sparkle.
Likewise.
Is that one of the original ponies? Where's the statue? Probably here.
this one beautifully carved statue. I wonder what it's for. Oh, hey, there's a dedication here. Erected in honor of the bravest, most upright public servant Ponyville has ever known. I'm getting the sense that this is talking about the mayor, and was written by the mayor.
A young mayor? Oh, there's a crowd. But first, let's talk to Apple Bloom. Another created? Abby Sprocket? Hold on, Abby.
Hey, Apple Bloom. How's it going with the Cutie Mark Crusaders? Done any, epic quests or crusading lately?
Oh, well, no, actually, not really. See, we're kinda on break.
Suspicious.
On break? Since when do the Cutie Mark Crusaders take breaks?
Since, well, recently. I mean, every pony's gotta take a break once in a while, right?
How recently?
Last night.
Pretty recent?
Then
Why is she avoiding my questions? Something's not right here.
Why would you need the cape fixed then?
Although, now that I think about it, there's one crusader I haven't heard anything about today. Say, Apple Bloom. Do
Where
you
is
know where
Scootaloo?
Scootaloo's been?
Nowhere. I mean, somewhere. I mean, not here. I mean, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Scootaloo, one of the Cutie Mark Crusaders, hasn't been seen since yesterday.
You know, Sweetie Belle didn't do a half-bad job on these capes, considering that, well, her costumes for your performance didn't go over quite so well.
You're telling me? Why, last I heard, Sweetie Belle was trying to get Rarity to turn them into her latest line of pony fashion.
She, what?
Uh-huh. Picture it, she said to Rarity. Blank wear. And our capes will be the flagship item.
There's a market for this?
Well, there must be, because, wouldn't you know it, Rarity said she'd make it part of her winter wear catalog.
She, what?
Really?
How'd you put it? Oh, I remember. I'll fill that when Tartarus freezes over. Can you believe it, Twi? Maybe we'll get a fashion Cutie Marks.
Do I tell her? Nah.
Sarcasm. Rarity's situation.
So, did you hear about what happened to Rarity last night?
Did I? That was an awful thing to happen to her.
Well, don't worry. I'm on the case. And I promise you that I'll find the one who broke that window and stole from her.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Hope you have real good luck there.
That was an odd response. Apple Bloom, you wouldn't happen to know anything about what happened, would you?
Huh? Course not. Why would you think I'm not telling you something, huh?
Because you just told me that you're not.
Last night interrogations.
Okay, Apple Bloom. Time to find out what you're hiding.
Hold it!
Pinky! What in the world are you doing?
I'm pressing you for information, Buster. Or at least that's what the walkthrough says. I'm not really quite sure how this is supposed to work here.
Another
Press.
lesson from Professor Pinkie Pie?
Yeah.
Yupperoonie! This time we're talking about interrogations! Are you excited? I'm super duper excited with a strawberry on top!
Don't
Likewise.
you mean cherry?
Strawberry.
No, I don't really like cherries.
But I mean the whole ride home with Rarity. Never mind. Let's just get this over with.
Okie dokie dokie! Now, the walkthrough says that interrogations are a super special thing where you've got to try to wring the truth out of your opponent. And you do this with your mind, Twilight. Your mind! fast, huh?
Sure. So, what do I do?
Well, she's about to tell you something that totally isn't true. Well, part of it at least. And it's your job to figure out what that part is. Once you find a statement that doesn't fit with the evidence you have available, you'll want to present that evidence against that statement. Like so. There! Howie! Pizzazz!
Can I do it without that last part?
Well, if you want to be boring, sure.
Boring is fine. Boring is great.
Oh, and if you think you need your opponent to talk more about something they said, you can always select press for info, and you'll get them to talk, like me. I love talking.
I've noticed.
And that's all for now. But remember, you gotta use pizzazz. Otherwise, you're not a real investigator. The walkthrough says so.
Gotta add the pizzazz.
Duly noted.
Jeez, do something to liven her up a bit, would ya? She's a terrible audience. Anyway,
Will
till
do.
next time. Bye.
I thought she'd never leave. Okay, on with the investigation. Applebloom, I need to ask you about where you were around the time of the crime.
Huh? How come? I'm not a suspect, am I?
No,
You're
I
involved.
just need to know. Procedure and all. That makes sense, right?
Sure, I guess. I wasn't really doing a whole lot yesterday, to be perfectly honest. Most of my day was spent with Applejack helping her on the farm.
Most of my day. Tell me more. Because you came for the cape to be fixed.
Just a minute.
What were you doing on the farm, if you don't mind me asking?
The usual. Applejack and Big Macintosh were bucking the apple trees, and I was helping out with the bucket. I'm a big pony and all, but my bucket legs can't get the job done yet. So I'm still just helping move around the apples they shake loose.
And that's all you were doing?
That's about it.
All right. How long were you doing that for?
We finished everything up at around 6:30 or 7. I don't remember exactly when it was. Just a minute.
Why can't you remember exactly when it was?
'Cause I was outside. Duh! We need old fancy hands ponies with the watches and stuff. That's for Camelot ponies.
That doesn't account for your whole day, though. What about the rest of it?
I had homework to complete for school after that, so I was pretty much just doing that for the rest of the day.
Homework for
I
the...
certainly never went anywhere near Carousel Boutique. No, sorry.
Okay, sure. This.
Wait a second. Objection!
Twilight, what in the hell are you doing?
Well, I wanted to give it, pizzazz. Just like the real thing. Did it sound official?
Why, you feeling alright? Hey, I bet Sakura can help with that.
Okay, I get it. I'm not a lawyer. Anyways,
An attorney. Defense
Applebloom,
attorney.
I'm afraid to say that I don't think you're being honest with me here.
Huh? Of course I am, Twi. How could you say something like that?
Oh no, I'm not being guilt-tripped this time. I found a scrap of your cape near the bridge to the Carousel Boutique. I know you were there, Applebloom.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean that was left there last night, does it? Why, that was left there a long time ago, Twi.
A long time ago.
No, Applebloom. I'm afraid that one's not going to fly. I talked to Rarity earlier, and she told me that you had this fixed this morning.
Yeah, but...
Your prized Cutie Mark Crusaders cape. Applebloom, come on. You can't tell me that you wouldn't get that fixed as soon as possible.
But it... I mean... Alright, you win, Twi. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but please, I need you to tell me what you know. I can't help if I don't know as much as possible.
last night.
All right, Apple Bloom. Please tell me everything you know about what happened last night.
I can't.
And why not?
'Cause I can't.
Apple Bloom, I think I know why you're not talking.
It's related to Scootaloo.
How's this? You are trying to protect Scootaloo, aren't you? I haven't heard from her all day, and Rarity said some things about you three that seemed awfully suspicious.
Yeah, you got it, Twi.
Apple Bloom, listen to me. I know your heart is in the right place, but this isn't the right way to protect Scootaloo.
Lion is
There's
never.
an investigative team coming in from Canterlot to handle this case. It's very, very important that I have this case closed before they get here.
You don't mean that investigation team, do ya?
Yeah, that one.
I'm afraid I do.
Okay, I get it, Twi. No more hiding, promise. I wasn't being truthful because, well, I was awful worried about Scootaloo. See, last night, we were rehearsing a comedy routine that we had planned to put on for Rarity's birthday, which is coming up pretty soon. We've been doing that for quite a while now.
Oh, right! Comedy, of course. Great!
Comedy, not robbery.
Well, yeah, this'll learn all cutie marks for sure. But you can't tell any pony about this, Twi. This is super duper top secret. It won't work if it's not a surprise.
Don't worry, Apple Bloom.
Sure.
It's a
You
secret
can
to
trust
everyone.
me. You can hope to fly. Stick a cupcake in my eye.
Well, you can fly. Well, in the future.
Daddy ass?
Yes.
Well, alright then. Anyway, we were practicing in the town square last night, like always, and things are going pretty well. We took a break, during which time me and Sweetie Belle hung out by the bridge. But I don't know where Scootaloo was at that time, or what she was up to. A short while after that, we heard a sudden loud crash coming from the carousel to her feet. We didn't know what in tarnation was happening now, so we just walked for a bit to see what was going on. And then a little while after that, some pony ran across the bridge real fast. We didn't get a good look at it, but I'm pretty sure it was Scootaloo.
What? Oh, no. That can't be right.
Afraid it is, Twi. I didn't know what was going on, but since it seemed like Scootaloo was in trouble, we all figured, well, better not say anything about it. I'm awful sorry I lied to you, Twi.
It's fine. Really. You did the right thing in telling me all this. This has been a big help.
Scootaloo's not a thief, Twi. You gotta believe me. You gotta help her. Promise.
Don't
I
worry.
promise on my honor as an investigator that I will clear Scootaloo's name and get to the bottom of this.
Is that something that's valuable?
Let's just say that, yes, I promise.
Apple Bloom's testimony cut. Updated profile.
Now I know that Verity's hiding something from me. I'd better pay her another visit.
You know, now that I think about it, I haven't seen Scootaloo that flustered since we tried getting a nature cutie mark.
Nature cutie mark?
Well, yeah. You know how Fluttershy's all like in tune with animals and stuff, right? Well, we figured we could do something like that too. So, we paid a trip one day to her chicken coop to be one with nature. It turns out that Scootaloo doesn't make such a good chicken after all.
Cheap,
And,
cheap,
we found
cheap.
out that Fluttershy's definitely been keeping up with her iron will assertiveness training. But oh well, live and learn, right, Twi?
Well, you have the live part down pat. You know, Apple Bloom, I never did ask you about that substantial gift you gave Cheerily for Hearts and Hopes Day. I heard that was Sweetie Belle's idea?
Uh-huh! She brought us all kinds of materials, because we knew we had to make a heart for Shirley that was as big as hers.
Where did you get all the supplies for something that size anyway?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Sweetie Belle on that one.
Rarity.
We did have one, slight mishap, though. At one point, we got a little carried away with the glue and, kinda ended up as one big sticky mess. That was quite a trick to get out of.
You three kinda get stuck together an awful lot, don't you?
Hey, yeah! Now that you mention it, we do. I guess good friends really do stick together. Plus, now we totally know what our Nightmare Night costume is gonna be this year.
I'm gonna go ahead and not imagine that.
Yep, that's me, Apple Bloom, leader of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
That's funny. I didn't know the Crusaders had a leader.
Well, not officially, but when you're in a group of ponies, it kind of just happens that the smartest one of them takes charge, you know?
Really?
The smartest one in the group takes charge? Huh. I wonder where she got that idea.
Before we go to Rarity, let's see. Abby.
Oh, hello. My name is Twilight Sparkle. Are you new in town? I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Well, duh. I'm a time traveler. Name's Abby Sprocket.
Abby Sprocket?
What now? I've seen weird introductions before, but sheesh.
Just like the doctor.
A time traveler. But my time machine broke down, so now I'm kind of stuck here. For now, at least. So I'm trying to make a living as fast as I can. Nice place you got here, although a little rustic, if I may say so.
Breathe, Twilight. Breathe. So, how exactly are you a time traveler? Time travel spells are incredibly high level. I mean, I only managed to go back in time a week, and even then I only had less than a minute.
Oh, Twilight, you need to think outside the box. You gotta know how the impossible becomes possible. Or something like that. My mentor was a bit of a coot. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I built a time machine, and, well, now I'm here.
Uh-huh. And I'm secretly a robot. With mysterious powers.
Really? Huh. I didn't think they had robots in this age. Hold on. Let me get some tools and open you up and have a look at how you work.
No. I was joking. Sheesh.
Oh? Huh. You had me convinced with how robotic you were acting.
Even ponies from the future don't give me a break.
Does anyone ever give you a break? Twy?
What's this crowd all about? I didn't know there was an event today.
They're having an apple eating contest.
Yeah, Applejack's way in the lead.
Whoa, if she eats all those apples, she might get a wicked bad tummy ache.
We'll have to come back for Applejack.
The boutique's looking as good as ever. I thought we'd never get it fully repaired after Cheerily literally tore its front wall away from the rest of the building. But then along came Pinkie Pie. Then a song started. Then a chorus joined in. I don't even know where they came from. And then somehow, 3 minutes later, the Carousel Boutique was good as new.
The power of friendship and Pinkie Pie.
One of these days, I really have to resume my studies of Pinkie.
Everybody must learn from Pinkie. True Blue Scootaloo. When Scootaloo gets accidentally accused of a big gem heist, it's up to the newly minted Twilight Sparkle to get to the bottom of the case. Scootaloo, a gem thief? Carousel Boutique. 11.
Found it! Found it! It's here somewhere.
Looking. Give me a break.
Too dark. Can't see a thing.
Yes, that's a thing called mouse. Look at it.
Wait. I think. Aha! I found it.
Finally, let's get out of here quickly.
What's going on?